Hello everybody, my name is Spade and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode. I'm sorry, that intro was very aggressive, but welcome back. This episode, we're taking a trip to Bristol, 65 laps around that short track, and once again, I'm feeling pretty alright. Bristol's a track I feel pretty good on, but if memory serves, last episode at Atlanta, Georgia, I said the same thing. And that race resulted in a photo finish. A photo finish where we got bested by Timmy Hill. Very sad day. This is our chance for redemption. I haven't raced on Bristol in a while, but I do like the track. So hopefully I'm able to just get in my rhythm and go. Anyway, y'all came here for the racing, so let's jump to the garage and see where we're starting. Taking a look at the left side of your screen, you can see in practice our best lap was 5 thousandths of a second slower than our goal time. We almost hit it, and then during qualifying I was just a little bit off that time with a 15.804, which puts us in 10th. That is our best qualifying position of the season, but I feel like we're losing some speed somewhere. I don't know. Let's get into the race and see if we can work our way to the front.
Coming to the green, driver. Almost ready. Hammer down, green's out.
And we are green at Bristol, starting in 10th in the outside lane. And Denny Hamlin was the pole sitter. He apparently has the car to beat this weekend. He also has that little fire notification saying he is hot. You know, he is fast. So we'll see if anybody can run him down or if he's going to sweep everything. I don't know. I do think the key to winning this race is being able to pass. Starting on the outside lane in 10th isn't ideal. During all my practice sessions, I could never get the outside lane to really work. As the race goes on, that might change, but all my speed was running the bottom lane. That was a bad corner. But when we get up to lap traffic, which I don't know if that'll be a factor in either of these stages, but during the final stage, the third stage, it definitely will be a factor because that is a longer stage. So for these first two stages, it's about getting as many spots as you can, getting any stage points you can. And then during the last stage, it's going to be about working your way through traffic. So if you can pass, I think there's a good chance you can win this race. And guess who's our leader? None other than Joey Logano. And this guy really wants this championship. I wonder if anybody's going to be able to have anything for him. The closest driver is 40 points back in points, and it's Kyle Larson. So we'll see. 10 laps left in the stage. I'm going to do my very best to talk during this whole race, but Bristol, you are constantly turning, constantly paying attention to cars around you. It's just crowded. You never really get any time to breathe. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to talk and try to focus on the race. Plus, my race car is just not handling the way I want. It's a little bit too tight in the middle of the corner, too loose on exit. It's the same problem I've had this entire year. And I don't know what adjustments to make to fix it. So I've tried some different things, and I've never been able to just get it right. Closest I got was at Atlanta, but I could not make that car stick on the outside. Alright, coming through 3 and 4, right behind Keselowski, loose on corner exit, but I kept it straight. We got 7 laps to go. 7 laps, 7 positions. I doubt we're going to get the stage win in this stage, but we do have a pretty sizable lead back to William Byron, but Keselowski is pulling away from us ever so slightly, so I got to figure out what to do to try to run him down. Everybody's going to stay out at the end of the stage, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be difficult to keep this loose race car under control as these tires wear. So I have to be very cautious of that. So as many points as I can get, as many positions as I can get in the, when the stage is still fresh and the tires are fresh, that's going to be the best. Because I think by the end of next stage, I am just going to be sliding everywhere. So if I can make my way into the top 5 by the end of the stage, that would be ideal. 4 laps left. Haven't been able to pass anybody, but I am making time on Keselowski, and Logano is still winning this thing. Hamlin is in second. Need that 11 car to get past that 22. Alright, finally made it to the inside of Keselowski, sliding up the track in the middle of the corner. He's able to get a run off the outside as my car gets loose on the inside. Going to try to slide up in front of him, but he's going to cross over and make a dive to the bottom. But I have the speed running off the high side of the corner. Going to try taking the high side. I know I said this doesn't really work, and it clearly doesn't. As Keselowski gets right back up to our bumper, and we lose time on Almirola. running in 6th right now, coming to the white flag.
All right, you're clear. Top 10, that's
And we had a caution come out, so we are going to finish in 6th for stage number 1. I doubt anybody's pitting, but we'll take the 5 playoff points as Joey Logano gets another stage win. I think that's his 6th on the year. Nobody's pitting, so we're not going to pit either. And look at that right front, 67%. Everything but the left rear is worn, and I think it's because I'm driving it so hard into the corner. That's something to keep in mind of. Alright, we have to start on the outside again, being in 6th.
we're going green. You ready?
And we are back under the green for stage 2 at Bristol. I need to get down to the inside lane as soon as possible. That's kind of my goal right now. And it might be right now. Yeah, it's right now.
Inside. All clear. Watch your speed, please.
I don't want to stay on that apron. That's going to spin me out.
You're all clear up top.
Alright, surviving through 1 and 2. Making our way into 3 and 4. Almirola slides up the racetrack. We're able to try to take that bottom lane. We are there, but let's see if we can get around him. I overdrove it slightly heading into 1 and 2. I'm onto the back straightaway, almost side by side with Hamlin. I will go underneath him into the corner, but I slide up the racetrack. I'm struggling with that corner entry. I do get Hamlin cleared, as I am now battling for 2nd place with Chase Elliott sliding up the racetrack, kind of diamonding the track right now. I just need to figure out how to get it to stick on the bottom. There we go. That's significantly better. I get a huge run through the middle of the corner, and during the exit of the corner, I'm able to pull right to the back bumper of Chase Elliott. Now getting underneath him in the center of the corner, we both get on the gas, but he has a slightly better run as I spin those tires and kind of drift out of the corner. Not ideal. That was not my best corner entry, but it is going to allow me to get in front of Chase Elliott. Now we only have Logano to pass to get our, our first stage win? No, 2nd. We got one last week. Logano is a tough car to pass. He is a very tough car to beat. But we are going to give him all we got. I'm going to try to get underneath him coming out of the corner here. Not able to happen. He is blocking, and I get into him. I'm going to spin him around. Around goes Logano. Caution is out, and everybody's going to be jumping on the pit road. The question is, what are they taking? Are they taking 2 or 4? You know what? I ain't going to pit here. I don't know what they're going to do, and I'm in position to win this stage. So we are not pitting. Looks like they must have taken 4 with Newman gaining 23 and Davison gaining 28. But we are back under green. Newman has fresh equipment, so he's going to have some speed. But we only got to hold on for 4 laps. Alright. Newman's not able to make it stick on that outside, but we have the lead right now. Running a little bit high through the corner, and Keselowski is looking on the inside. I'm going to dive down and block that bottom lane, but I slide up through the center of the corner, and that's going to open the door for Keselowski, who gets around us. Hamlin is also looking to get past. I'm going to try to dive out underneath him. Looks like I'm into his corner panel as well, which opens the door for Hamlin. Hamlin's going to take the lead. New race leader as I get into the wall and cause quite a bit of damage. I'm down to 4th. Keselowski is sliding through the corner. He comes right down in front of us, and Elliott's going to get past us. Now he's sliding. Hamlin is just pulling away. Newman, taking Newman with him. Now I'm sliding through the corner. I'm coming to the white flag. Almirola looking inside. I'm going to take the high lane, and I'm going to get it into the wall. Not ideal. I make contact with Almirola, and he shoves me into the wall. He is now sliding through the corner, and I get into him.
That'll get the job done, driver.
Are we running a demolition derby or what? I have to pit now. That was not good. Alright, we're all the way back in 40th now because I chose not to pit and tried to go for the stage win. Clearly that worked out for me. So I hit the apron and get loose already. I didn't make any changes to the car. I just threw a little bit of tape on it. We're going to try to squeeze it through the middle. Ooh, I am sorry. I think that was Timmy Hill, in which case you deserved it.
Back or down.
Yellow flag back out on the field. Not pitting. We can make it to the end. It's just about passing everybody now.
We're going green. You ready? Green flag, green flag. Car high.
I guess that was just revenge for last week at Atlanta. Alright, 27 laps to gain a ton of spots. And I'm spinning somebody else now.
All clear.
Being in the back is not where I want to be right now.
Still there.
Alright.
Careful, still there. Car on the outside now.
Newman has been on the same pair of left sides this entire race.
All right, you're clear.
How is his car still like holding up on 4 times wear? Man, they are really getting bunched up. Somebody is slow up here. Whoever's that on the outside in front of Newman,
Careful, still there.
or not Newman, Blaney. They are kind of slow.
There on your outside.
And that is James Davison. He only took 2 tires during that pit stop sequence. Alright, I'm up to 21st. Definitely beating and banging with a lot of people, but got to do something to try to get these spots.
All right, clear outside.
Ooh, you got loose. DJ McLeod got loose going through the corner there on corner entry. I'm going to get underneath them and make it 3 wide, I guess, as I get into William Byron.
All right, clear outside.
Now pushing my sights on Austin Dillon. I get past him, slide up the track, but he's going to make a crossover move, but I'm able to hold him off through the center of the corner. 21 laps remaining, and I'm in 15th. So we are making progress. I just don't know if I'm going to have anything for Chase Elliott all the way up there in the lead, unless he gets slowed up behind lap traffic. Newman, you can tell his car is slow. He just doesn't have the fresh equipment that everybody else has. We're going to get past him and take this 14th position. We're going to try getting around the outside of Matt DiBenedetto, and it appears that it's going to work as we work on Christopher Bell now. Getting a run down the front straightaway into the corner, focusing on Rash Chastain, because we do now have Christopher Bell cleared almost into the wall there, but we managed to keep it off. Trying to get it to stick around the bottom. That was probably one of the best corners I've had of this event. 18 laps to go. I am in 12th place, have my sights on 11th as we speak, and then Bubba Wallace in 10th. These are the 2 spots I need. I mean, at minimum, I want a top 10. I'd love to win this race, though. Denny Hamlin is our new race leader, by the way. Took the lead from Chase Elliott. He has a very fast race car, and luckily, Logano's stuck in the back. I totally didn't do that to him. Not my fault. I was just hard racing. The last couple laps of stage 2, that was something. All right. I really like this scheme that Martin Truex Jr. is running, by the way, the blue one. He's up there in 7th right now, right in front of the 10 car of Eric Almirola. Gonna try to dive underneath Briscoe going into turn 1. We do make it work. We slide up and put a block on him as Almirola is trying to make a pass on Truex Jr. I think I'm gonna let them fight and slow each other down. I just don't know who I want to try to go around. I'm gonna try to get around Almirola, force him up high behind Truex. That didn't really work. Instead, I just ended up dooring my teammate. All right, we are now getting into the lap traffic because here's Justin Haley. Harvick is stuck behind him. See, this is what I mean. If you can't get past the lap traffic, you're not going to be able to win this race. So Harvick is getting pinned behind Haley. He's just not able to make a move. So I'm going to be able to get past him pretty easily. Haley, you're slow. Get out of the way, dude. Another bad run for him. Justin Haley, that is. All right, 12 laps remaining, and we're in 6th. So I have 12 laps to try to catch up to Hamlin, but he has about a backstretch of space between him and I right now. So I don't know if that's doable, but I do see Keselowski here. And I think Tyler Reddick is also racing for position up here. All right, let me turn on the tracker here. Yeah, both these drivers are racing for position. So we're going to get Keselowski, pin him up behind James Davison. And Tyler Reddick is running the bottom lane underneath Chris Buescher. Chris Buescher is in 3rd, now in 4th. So after we get past Reddick, it's just between Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin who are racing up there for the lead, and Keselowski is forcing his way underneath me, so I'm going to be stuck up behind Cody Ware, which is not where I want to be. I'm going to get around him on the high side, but Keselowski took the space from me. I'm going to try to dive in underneath. I get into his quarter panel and slide him up the track. He does hit me a little bit back, but I'm able to keep it straight. So I'm going to dive in underneath Tyler Reddick, but all this fighting is allowing Hamlin to pull away ever so slightly. There is quite a bit of lap traffic in our way, though. Chase Elliott has just under 2-second lead on me as I hit the apron, and around I go. But caution does not come out. So I'm going to get it back on the track. I'm going to lose some spots. All right. You just got to focus up. We still got time. 7 laps remaining. I don't know. The win is out of the question unless we get a caution. Get past Martin Truex, and next is Chris Buescher, but he has a 3-second lead, so it's very unlikely I'm able to get there. He's on the far side of the straightaway here. Man, I fought my way from 40th up to 6th. You know, it's definitely been a good run. I mean, it hasn't been my cleanest race. But, I mean, that's kind of the story of the season. Actually, I've already got a second on Buescher. This top 5 is possible here. Just got to focus up and try to get it. If he keeps staying behind, like, these slower cars, I can catch him. But we did claw our way up from 40th up to 6th, so, I mean, that's nothing to be ashamed of. I would love a top 5. I just don't know if I have enough time for it. Get into the wall. 3 laps to go. Buescher is just over a second ahead of me. He's in that 17 car on the bottom, making his way around the 53 and the 5. 2 to go. And Gase is putting a block on the bottom for whatever reason. You can just stay out high as I'm trying to catch Chris Buescher. Gonna dive underneath Larson here. And with the white flag now flying, I'm finally caught up to the bumper of Chris Buescher. I gotta try to figure out how to make this work if I want to get a top 5. Gotta make it stick underneath him. I'm gonna dive low. I'm just going for it. I'm gonna shove him up the racetrack. He gets into my side, but I got him past. We're gonna come away with a 5th place finish at Bristol. Oh, I wasn't afraid to use my bumper, but I mean, I'm driving the 18. I feel like that's a good enough excuse for me to use it. Definitely a lot to talk about with this race. The time when the computer chose to make their pit stops near the end of the stage, but not, I don't know, that was weird to me. I didn't get it, and I didn't want to risk making the wrong decision with that. So I didn't pit there, which I was hoping to get the stage win, and I couldn't do it. And that ended up causing the last, like, 3 laps of that stage to turn into, like, a demolition derby, and we were all over each other. And then I didn't even win the stage. And then I had to pit at the end of the stage, and there's when I spin Logano in the background right there. Sucks for him, but... Oh, man, he got walloped by Chastain. Anyway, that caused me to pit and drop all the way back to 40th, so I had to claw my way back through the field to end up finishing 5th. That's wild. Anyway, let's take a look at the race results and see where everybody ended up. Looking at the race results, Chase Elliott comes away with the win. Denny Hamlin finishes 2nd, Brian Keselowski 3rd, Tyler Reddick 4th, and we're going to take the 5th place position. 6th will go to Chris Buescher, 7th Michael McDowell, 8th Martin Truex Jr., 9th Eric Almirola, and 10th will go to Matt DiBenedetto. Looking at 11th through 20th, this is where we'll find a couple of the Stewart-Haas cars, including Kevin Harvick and Chase Briscoe, as well as teammate of ours, Christopher Bell, and Hendrick driver Alex Bowman. Plus, I think this is Ross Chastain's best finish of the year, so something to keep in mind. 21 through 30, this is where we'll find Ryan Blaney and William Byron, as well as Kurt Busch. And then 31st through 40th, Kyle Larson, 2nd place in points before this race, finished 32nd, and all the way down in 40th is going to be Joey Logano, finishing 12 laps down. This was not a great race for Team Penske. Let's go see how the points look after this event. Even with his 40th place finish, Joey Logano is still our points leader by 21 points over his teammate, Brad Keselowski. Kyle Larson drops to 3rd, Denny Hamlin moves to 4th, and Chase Elliott is in 5th. The Haas cars also drop outside of the top 10, except for Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick sits in 6th. We are in 8th. The last Penske driver is in 9th. And Di Benedetto is going to round out our top 10. Almirola drops to 12th, and Cole Custer is going to drop to 18th. Fastest lap of the race will go to Denny Hamlin with a 15.522. Most laps led, also Denny Hamlin with 23 laps, but he could not pull off the victory. On the move, Tyler Reddick started in 21st and finished in 4th, and tough break for Joey Logano. Started 3rd and finished 40th. I figured after 7 races, now would be a better time than any to look over our relationships with all the other drivers, especially after Bristol, where we may not have raced the cleanest. A rough race at Mid-Ohio, and then some beating and banging at Atlanta. Figure we can go through and see where everybody's at. Not that many drivers are upset with us. Timmy Hill, he's angry with us, and we were doing a lot of beating and banging at Atlanta, and I kind of walled him at Bristol. It kind of deserved it, though. Anyway, Busch is upset with us, Almirola is upset with us, and we don't really run around the other guys too often. Other than Truex Jr., who is our teammate, annoyed with us. Quite a few neutral drivers. We'll have all the Penske guys in here with Keselowski, Logano, and I think Blaney's also neutral. No, he's polite. Somehow Kyle Busch is polite with us. William Byron and I are pretty nice. You know, Hendrick guys and I are kind of getting along. Bowman's nice with me. Larson is nice with me. The only one we're missing is Elliott, who's neutral. So none of the Hendrick guys hate me. Yet. Davison is kind with us. Custer is kind with us. And we actually do have a friend who is Denny Hamlin. So that's pretty good news. The only person upset with us on our team is Martin Truex Jr. Hamlin's our friend. Bell is happy with us. And Kyle Busch is polite, even though we haven't raced them yet. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode. 5th place at Bristol is not too bad, all things considered. But join us next episode where we take a trip to Martinsville. Hopefully we can get another good result there and maybe jump up in the points some. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in and spending your time with me.